Food is Wagwan. Thank you guys for stopping by. In today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to make Jamaican cocoa bread. It's very soft, slightly sweet, but most of all, easy to make. If you end up liking the video, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's get straight into the recipe. So let's start off with a cup of warm milk. We're going to be adding in some sugar to the milk. And we're going to be stirring it and combining it. Then we're adding the yeast, of course. So we're just going to activate the yeast, and that's the reason why the milk is warm. So we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes until the yeast start to grow in size and produce all of this bubble. So we're just going to let this sit for 10 minutes. While that is sitting, let's work on the dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, we're going to add some butter. We're going to be working in some butter into the flour. So we're using a grater. This is a nice technique to add in the butter. We're using a grater, and we're going to combine all of the flour with the butter. We're going to make this resemble fine breadcrumbs. So let's take a time and rub it out. Alright, so in the butter rub out, we're adding in some salt, baking powder. We're going to combine again and form a well. We have the yeast mixture. We're going to add this. Combine everything. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. This is part of the process. And don't worry about the dough being too soft, because if it's soft, you can always add some more flour. Just as I suspected. So we're going to be adding in some more flour. Alright, so we don't want it to be too dry, because if it's dry, it's not going to be fluffy. We want the dough to be soft, but not too sticky. So we're just going to add some more flour to this. We're going to cover it, and we're going to let it raise for about 1 hour. We're going to let this double in size, and then we should be good. So let this sit for about an hour. Alright, so now that the dough is rolled out, I have some melted butter. I'm going to use it to brush half side of the dough, and then I'm going to fold it. So this is what will separate the cocoa bread. So it's like making a nice little sandwich. So we just fold them in half. Let me repeat it again one more time for you. So we just use the melted butter. We put them in the microwave for about 30 seconds. You just want the butter to be melted. Baking sheet has already been lined with a grease paper. Baking sheet, so we're going to go ahead now and place the bread on it. Let me show you what it looks like. I'm going to do the next part of it now. So we have a whole egg with a little bit of water. You're just going to mix this up. You're going to use this now to brush over the dough. So you're just going to add the egg wash over the dough, and this will give it the golden brown color that you're looking for. You want to make sure that all of it is covered. So this will give it a nice, rich, golden crust. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven. I'm going to bake it for 15 to 20 minutes. So these are just about done. We're taking them from the oven. We're going to go ahead and add some melted butter. So this is what the finished product looks like. Yeah, you can go ahead and have this with beef patty or
spend my time.